Welcome to Unit 7 of the Alif Baa textbook. In this section of Unit 7, we will cover the letters fa, qaaf, kaaf, and laam. This video is brought to you by the Critical Language Service. Visit us on the web at www.criticallanguageservice.com.
Ahlan wa sahlan, welcome back. In this slide we covered the letter fa, which is I think very easy for you to pronounce because you have it in English, and it is pronounced fa like in the word feather. In the beginning, the letter fa is written like this, and usually it's connected to the letter after it. Here's an example, the word farah, which is a girl name and it means happiness. Another example is the word daftar, and when we say in the beginning, we mean that the letter F is not connected to any letter before it, but it's connected to a letter after it. In the middle, we write it like this, and it's usually connected to the letters on both sides. And here we have the word safir, which means ambassador. At the end, it's written either connected, like this, or in dependent form like this. An example would be the word saf, which means class. And the last example for independent form would be the word harf, which means letter. Letter qaaf. The letter qaaf is pronounced like K in English, but it is deeper in the throat. Its basic shape is similar to the letter fa, but when it's connected to other letter, it's exactly like letter fa, but there are two dots on top instead of one. In the beginning, we write it like this. In the middle, we write it like this. At the end, when it's connected, you write it like the letter fa, but you go down the line and you make half circle. In independent form, it's like the connected form, but it goes below the line. An example for in the beginning is the word qamar, which means moon. In the middle, we have the word faqr, which means poverty. As you see, I wrote it here, the letter qaaf with two dots, but in the word qamar I wrote it a bar. As we explained earlier, we can write two dots with a bar or with two dots, because we are using handwriting. Here you see the contrast between the letter fa and qaaf. At the end, in its connected form, it comes like this in the word rafiq, which means friend. An example for independent form is the word fawq, which means above. The letter kaaf. The letter kaaf is pronounced like K in the word likewise. So, ka, like this. In the beginning, we write it like this, and it connects to the letter which comes after it. One example of this would be the word kabir, which means big. So in the middle form, we start with a straight line, and then we can connected a C form, then we go down and we make a straight line and we write the next letter which get connected to kaaf. And at the end, we draw a straight line on the top of C. An example would be the word sukkar, which means sweet or sugar, which the Arab people like it a lot. At the end, in its connected form, it is written completely different. Watch how I write it. Notice that I write the letter Hamza in the middle. An example would be the word shak, which means doubt. At the end, in independent form, we write it like this. An example would be the word duck. Now let's take a look at the letter kaaf versus the letter qaaf. One example would be the word baqar. Again, baqar. Versus the word bakar. Again, bakar. Another example would be habaq, habaq versus the word habak, habak. Here are other good example. The word saddaq, saddaq versus the word saddaq, saddaq. So the letter kaaf make the sound k, like in the word saddaq, and the letter qaaf make the sound q, like in the word saddaq. Once again, the letter qaaf makes the sound q, and the letter kaaf makes the sound k. Qaaf, k, qaaf, k. Saddaq versus saddaq. Again, saddaq versus saddaq. The combination of letter laam and alif gets a special shape. It's written like this. This is the print form. So this form you will see it in a book or newspaper. But in handwriting, when we combine line and alif, it is written like this. An example of this would be the word awlad, and in handwriting we write it like this. Awlad means children. Other example is the word kilab. Watch how I write it in handwriting. Kilab means dogs. The last example is the word tullab, which means students.